What is up, ladies and gentlemen? In case you can't read, my name is DavidCigam. This is my Survivor Season 35. Heroes, Hustlers, Healers, some combination of that. Episode 3. Analyst review, and I just want to recap all the tribes real quick and what significant thing happened in those tribes this episode. The Heroes tribe, we didn't really see much of them besides, I think, at the beginning. And the only thing we saw was, I think, Ashley trying to do some sort of game, some game playing, I guess, trying to figure out where she could pull people to be on her side. It wasn't much. I think a lot of people really think Ashley's still with JP, so they kind of don't really like that aspect about her. But I think that's what we mostly saw in the Heroes tribe. They were pretty not in this episode. Healers was a little bit more in this episode. We saw Cole and Jessica kind of get to know each other. Now with Survivor previously, there hasn't been that many showmances on Survivor. Survivor's not really known for showmances, and it's kind of weird that we see a little bit showmance here with Ashley and JP and with Cole and Jessica. So we saw some Cole and Jessica, a little bit of showmance action going on. And then Cole decided to tell Jessica about Joe having the idol. And I guess he's trying to get, he's trying to work on a way to blindside Joe and get him out of the game. Because he's afraid with Joe having the idol how much power he has. And so what happens is Joe's actually annoying everyone in the tribe. Joe's complaining about raw potatoes. What a weird thing to complain about. And I guess it's just annoying everyone in the tribe how Joe complains and acts. So Jessica kind of liked that aspect about Cole, I guess, talking game with her. And then Cole was talking game with Rourke and just blurted out how Joe had the idol, and Jessica really did not like that. I think Jessica might be a little bit jealous. Jessica kind of mentioned how Cole should talk to her about it first, and then they told Rourke instead of just telling Rourke. Jessica's a little bit jealous, it looked like, in that aspect. But besides all that talk, nothing happened because the tribe that lost the immunity challenge were the Hustler tribes once again, and they lost because Patrick would not switch out with someone else when it came to the throwing the little ball or whatever that is at the block challenge. He decided to keep doing it. He got tired out, slowed down, pretty much cost his tribe that immunity challenge. And I think, honestly, I think Patrick is looking to be a terrible Survivor player. Definitely probably he's a bad Survivor player. Might be one of the worst Survivor players this season, even though he got voted out third, because he has a terrible social game, and he, in my opinion, I think it's Survivor 101. When the tribe wants you to switch out, no matter how good you're doing, like, no matter if you think you can win, you switch out. Because if you don't win, it is on you 100%. But if you switch out and the tribe comes in and they don't win, it's not on you. It's a tribe thing. And in fact, you can probably narrow it down to someone else. You can be like, well, I was doing good when we switched out and put, so-and-so in. They really lost us that challenge, so maybe they're the weak link. Maybe we should vote them out. It's kind of like, in my opinion, Survivor 101. You never volunteer to do anything in a challenge. Like, you never volunteer to do the puzzle. Never be like, I'm really smart, guys. I'm good at puzzles. Never do that. If they think you're smart, they think you're good at puzzles, and they really want you to do it, and no one else wants to do it, then you can do it. But do it reluctantly. Don't ever volunteer, because I see people, a lot of seasons, they volunteer to do the puzzles. They suck at puzzles. They pretty much have a target on their back. Same with Patrick. Same with if someone wants you to switch out, just switch out. Even if you think you got it, just switch out. Let them lose let them be the ones who lose, not you. And so after that, Patrick really didn't play a good game, because even at camp, he was looking for an immunity idol, and he was open about it. Survivor 101, don't be open about looking for immunity idol. Look for the idol, but make sure you're doing it as stealthily as possible. And he talked to, I think her name was Lauren, and his conversation with Lauren was pointless. He's like, he wanted Lauren to feel safe and not feel paranoid, but he just pretty much made her realize she was the target, and he made her go out and campaign and game with other people, because all he did was smile and say he didn't mention who the other person he was going to vote out was. He just smiled and sat there, and she realized it. he was a terrible Survivor player. When we hit Tribal Council, and I guess he's completely blindsided. He went home and he's really upset about it. But the whole time I'm thinking, you're a terrible Survivor player. You pissed everyone off. You didn't switch out when they wanted you to switch out, and you can't even lie to people effectively. You can't even like put a target on someone else when you're talking to the target. He was bad at Survivor, so he went home. And honestly, I think that was the best move for everyone regardless, because, you know, going forward, I figured there could be a tribe swap at 16, but then while I was watching this episode, I realized there could be a tribe swap at 15, and that's what we seem to be. Wait, spoiler alert, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, we're getting a tribe swap at 15. It's really not a spoiler, it's kind of in the next week on Survivor, but I figure people who watch my reviews probably don't really care that much about not being spoiled on something that's going to be in the preview for next week. But then I think it was a smart move to get them out, because I think those 4 people in the Hustlers tribe are really, I don't think they have a lot of conflict. I think they're comfortable with each other. They work well together. And if they can stay a 4-pack going into this tribe swap, and they can survive the tribe swap, oh, sorry about that. And they can survive the tribe swap, which would probably be about 3 or 4 tribal councils, and make it to the merge as a tight 4 with maybe a few stragglers. They will go into the merge as the powerhouse alliance. They won't go into the merge as a small alliance. They look like a small alliance now, but they can stay 4 strong and survive the tribe swap tribal councils. Watch the first tribe swap tribal council. That's a mouthful. It's usually, I think, it's really luck based. It's usually who gets into the tribe and is the odd one out. I mean, some people can use the odd one out as a way to, let's say the tribe swap happens and the number's 3, 1, 1, or somehow it's 4 and 1 on different tribes. Then they'll just usually vote the odd one out. There is a way to maneuver, but really if you go home on a tribe swap tribal council, I kind of feel bad, because a lot of times it's just you got the short end of the stick, really. You just picked the wrong tribe. But so with being 4, they might not, and they're really not physical threats. At this point in the game, I think people might target physical threats heading into the merge. So the 4 people on the Hustlers tribe going into the tribe swap, if they can survive the tribal councils, which I think they can, because there's a lot of tension in the Heroes tribe and a lot of tension in the Healers tribe, so they will be fighting at each other, fighting against each other, and then fighting at the other dominant tribes, that if they make it to the merge, they could be a powerhouse. But of course, when the merge happens, it's a totally different game. Even if you are a powerhouse alliance, that might last for like 1 vote. That might not even last 1 vote. It might last just like 30 minutes, and then your tribe breaks up. Who knows? I mean, your alliance, not your tribe. But I think that was a smart move to get Patrick out. He's a physical threat, but at the same time, he is terrible for your social game. So if you had him in your alliance, it could just blow up your alliance. Smart move for them. Some dumb moves I thought this week was Cole telling Jessica about the idol. But that whole idol situation is probably one of the dumbest idol situations in Survivor. Because you had Joe, who for some reason gave up a clue to try to get Cole to admit he got the idol. Cole, instead of, figuring out where the idol was, instead of just keeping that to himself, he told Joe where the idol was. He went to Joe, and Joe found the idol. Joe found the idol in front of Cole, and didn't really use that as a way to bond with him. The whole situation's terrible, and he tells Jessica, which, you could say it's a dumb move, him telling Jessica and Rourke, but, I think the whole idol situation's dumb regardless, but he could have kept that information to himself, unless they lost the tribal count, unless they lost the immunity challenge, and then maybe used it as a ploy to get Joe out. Joe doesn't have a lot of friends on that tribe, it looks like, so it wouldn't have been that hard. Really can't comment on the Heroes tribe. And the Hustlers tribe, Patrick played terrible. He was just terrible at Survivor, and going forward, I think if the Hustlers tribe can work together, survive the tribal council immunities, make it to the merge, those 4 could be in a good position down the line, because I think the Heroes and the Hustlers are going to fight themselves and going to fight each other with these tribe swap evictions coming up. But that is just my review analysis of this episode of Survivor. I'd like to know what you think in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and click like. And if you want to see more Survivor review analysis or any of the other stuff I upload to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Again, my name is DavidCigam. Peace out.